Welcome home, my darling, dearest treasure. This is where you'll be spending your time from now on. This is my lair, my home. I hope you find it to your liking. Yes, well, I suppose it is a good bit bigger and more opulent than where you lived before. That much is for certain. But regardless of its splendor, I'd like it to feel like home for you. So, if there is anything you'd like to change, anything you'd like me to get and bring in, or any new furnishings you desire, anything at all, you just let me know, all right? You're my treasure, and this is my lair. But as my most prized and beloved treasure, I would like this place to be your home as much as it is mine. Now then, you have had quite the day, haven't you? There's paperwork that needs to be done. Quite a bit of it, if I'm being entirely honest, although I can take care of most of it. You'll need to sign a few things, however. It's a sort of consent form to clarify and ensure that you have gone into this arrangement willingly, and to establish any terms by which you might void, nullify, or leave this arrangement should you wish. But we can take care of that tomorrow, can't we? In the meantime, for today, well, I suppose we can just treat this like a sleepover, can't we? One in which I will do all I can to dote on you and pamper you. Think of it as a trial run, I suppose. If you enjoy tonight, well, I can promise you that every day and every night, from here until such time you've decided you've had enough, will be just the same. But if for whatever reason you find yourself displeased, we can call the whole thing off here. No harm done. And I will remain your dear beloved friend. Although, if I'm being entirely honest, I do not anticipate you will decide to go back on this idea. I treat my treasures very, very well. For now, how about we get you cleaned up, Yes, well, you've been living in that cramped and frankly smelly apartment for some time. I imagine you would feel better if you were nice and clean. And it would make me happy to see you like that. Perhaps I can wash your hair for you, if you like. You'd like that? All right. I'll go ahead and run a bath, and you can just let me know when you'd like me to take care of your hair for you. Okay? Perfect. I'll see you in a bit, darling. Why, yes, my bath is quite large, isn't it? It has to be by necessity, to accommodate my true draconic glory. After all, I prefer to assume that form in private. It's more comfortable than this bipedal humanoid shape to me. The water's nice and warm, isn't it? Oh, yes, it's perfumed as well. You ought to smell like berries and roses by the time you're done soaking in there. It's a favorite scent of mine. Now, come to the edge of the tub. I'll wash your hair for you. Oh, how exhausted you must feel. How drained. I expect you'll make a phone call tomorrow. Quit your old job. They treated you terribly there. You deserve so much better than what you got. You do. I mean it. I'm here now, though. I'm here, and I shall care for you and provide for you. You'll never have to do that again. Not so long as I'm here. I mean it. It's not that I don't want you to work or to have hobbies, but if you are to be mine, I refuse to have you working on things you don't care about or don't enjoy. This job of yours that's slowly been sucking your soul away. You're through with it. This shift that you had today was your last. You will not return there. You will instead follow your passions, follow your joy. You'll do what makes you happy. Work towards what you care about. Whatever that is. Whatever that may be. And if you don't know what that may be, if you haven't found it yet, then I'll help you find it. It's the least I could do for my most treasured possession. Now then, allow me to rinse the shampoo from your hair, okay? I must say, though, you seem rather blessed with regards to your visual, physical appeal. It's one of the many, many things that drew me to you. Your hair is thick and soft. Your eyes more beautiful than glittering gems. Your skin so soft to the touch. Nothing like the sturdy scales of a dragon. You are so very precious. And it means the world to be able to run my fingers through your hair like this. To be the one to care for you in this way. It is everything to me. There we are. All rinsed out. Now, darling, how about you dry yourself off, okay? I'll be just outside. Our evening isn't over yet. Not by a mile. Oh, all dry, all clean, and smelling of rose and berries. You really are perfect. Now then, come with me, all right? We ought to get you dressed, shouldn't we? In something more than just that towel. And something a bit nicer than what you came in wearing. Now, don't worry. I haven't gotten rid of those clothes. They're yours. And I don't know if they hold sentimental value to you. But I would like to dress you up in something fine. Something silk. Something soft. That seems like no less than what you deserve. A beautiful, precious treasure, such as yourself, ought to be wrapped in something beautiful, wouldn't you say? Now then, how does this feel to you? You like it, do you? Feels nice. Oh, but maybe this shirt, it's one of my favorites. Doesn't even fit me, I would never wear it, but, well, when I first felt the fabric it was made of, I knew I had to have it. It was quite a worthwhile investment. Only cost me, what, $600? And for something so very soft. Yes, I think this is the one. Go ahead and touch it. Feel it. Are you a bit nervous now that you've heard the price tag? No, please, its value pales in comparison to yours. And it's far from the most valuable garment I own. Now, come on. Try it on. I intend to snuggle you tonight when I go to bed, and I think we'd enjoy it the most if you were dressed in something soft and comfortable. Come now, doesn't this just scream snuggleable? Doesn't this seem like the perfect thing to wear when you're to rest with a dragon? I promise, even if it's damaged or stained, it would just show that it's been loved and used. It's a shirt, darling. It's meant to be worn. Now try it on for me. Oh, yes. Oh, you look divine in that. And to simply touch your shoulder. Oh, it makes me want to wrap you up in my claws and my wings so very desperately. Yes, I'd say this is perfect. Speaking of, I think it's about time we draw our first evening together as dragon and treasure to a close. It is rather late, don't you think? You have had quite a long day. Yes, I think it's time we took our rest. Follow me, my precious, precious treasure. I'll show you to my chambers. Of course, my chambers. Have you not heard the stories? Dragons go to bed atop a pile of treasure, jewels and gold. You are my most precious treasure. You are all I've ever wanted, and now I have you. And now that I have you, I wouldn't dream of sleeping apart from you. Although, I don't know that I'll sleep atop you as I would with the rest of my hoard. Here we are. My chambers. As you can see, my preference for treasure does often lean towards soft things. Take your pick of the many blankets I possess, or the pillows, or any of the many stuffed animals. I've quite the expansive collection of the squishmallows that are so popular these days. I do find them ever so delightful. Yes. Oh, yes, I do believe it's about time I wrapped my darling treasure into a lovely little burrito of softness, There we are. You just hold this nice little plushie, and I'll wrap you up in so many soft blankets. There we are. Can't move a muscle in that little cocoon, can you? Oh, you are simply so preciously adorable, aren't you? Oh, I wish I'd thought to bring a camera. I'd love to take a picture of this. Oh, whatever. There'll be plenty of time for that later. My other draconic friends will adore that. Would you terribly mind if I showed you off a bit? Some of the other dragons I know would absolutely love the chance to give you a bit of affection of their own. Although, we'd have to do that in moderation. I'd hate to start to feel jealous. But, well, it would also be a shame if I never got to show you off. I mean, what's the point of having a treasure if you don't get to flaunt your wealth and your... You know, a few of them have adopted human treasures of their own, but I don't think any of them have one quite as fine as you. Oh yes, they will be so terribly envious. Especially when I show them pictures of precious moments like this. One of my friends, a dragon by the name of Ithoa, she adorns her treasure in so many necklaces and jewels. It's awfully ostentatious. This, I think, is much better. A treasure should be wrapped up adorably in something soft and warm. And then I can just curl up around you, and I'm rambling, aren't I? Sorry, you're just unimaginably cute. Do you know that? You're cuter than the most adorable kitten you could possibly imagine. You're cuter than anything I've ever seen, and you're mine, and you're wrapped up, and you're blushing, and that only makes you cuter. But it is late. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to assume my true form, and then wrap myself so delicately around you and try to sleep. I'd like for you to do the same, my beautiful, precious jewel. Let me just run my claws through your hair as you drift off to sleep. Tomorrow, you will officially, legally, be my treasure and mine alone. I love you, my treasure. I always have. Thank you for being mine. rest. Close your eyes and rest.